inside the country, you know all the Tanzim, whether it's Lashkar-e-Toiba, Hizbul Mujahideen, whether it's Jaiseh Muhammad, it was having and they had the collusive, hand together, working within the India and the people, the worst part of it, the people who were ruling the country that time, even they were of the view and they were colluded with this type of design and tried to do something very, very difficult for the Indian subcontinent. India today is able to, for the whole world, and that's why the first time UN terror meet happened in Mumbai itself and Delhi. Yeah, and now the whole world now gives this credit because still the terrorism, we are not able to catch it from the air and try to take actions the way it is supposed to be in a coordinated way. There is a good terror, there is a bad terror. And good terror is that, who are working and the people are using it. When you say the Pakistan, is a state-sponsored terrorism, they are doing it. There are other countries also, even today, they are trying to use these, tool for creating their and just advancing whatever the aim they are. But it is a very negative way. It is a very sinister way of doing things. What is happening today in the world? If you see, even you take this thing to Ukraine war, what is happening? Number of terrorist organizations are involved over there, and they're carrying on. They're making big, and it's become a global phenomenon. This is contractors for the war. So it has got a huge, spread a spectrum on which you have to work. And India, is able to not play with the terrorism and able to expose it, but it has linked it with the things what is happening globally, and that's why we are in the forefront of fighting the terrorism. 26/11 today, when we are remembering today, and we are the sacrifice of the Indian who were killed. Even those were the heroes. When we say 166 and 300, who are wounded,
absolutely,
we don't have to forget about the 300 who has been wounded. And out of that, 23 were foreign nationals, including 6 to 7 Americans. But still, whether it is David Headley or whether it was Kassav, we took so much time when we caught him red-handed to even give him a punishment. So we have to, this 26/11, we have to take this chair again.
Sir, as you are pointing out, as far as the international platform is concerned, India seems to be leading the war on terrorism, leading the crackdown on terrorism, and we will continue to do so. And taking that point where you said that, this was years ago, and young as we were, so those images, of course, are engraved in our heads. India will never forget, never forgive. And of course, we are seeing that our politicians also carrying out that crackdown on terror, including Dr. S. Jaishankar, who's time and time again made those statements at an international platform saying that we need to come together to condemn these terrorist organizations as well. I want to thank you so much, Major General K.K. Sinha, for joining us on the broadcast and sharing your views on 26/11, on the war on terrorism, on this day where we remember the martyrs of 26/11. Thank you so much, sir. And slipping into a very short break here on the Morning Express, getting you updates on the other side of how India celebrates Constitution Day. Prime Minister Modi to participate in program at Supreme Court. And the countdown has commenced. ISRO is all set to launch the PSLV C-54 and 8 nano satellites today.
In the latest Indian university rankings announced by QS, the world's leading university rankings organization, India's #1 ranked universities in various categories are IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, University of Delhi, University of Calcutta, and Amity University.
People say governors should not be in the news. They should avoid the headlines, but you've been literally grabbing the headlines recently. Why is that?
It is my duty to convey that to the people of the country and to the people of the state, and it is not grabbing the headlines. It is informing the people what all the atrocities which are happening in the state.
Delhi police there along with the local Vasai police right now at the Bhayandar Creek area trying to look for Shraddha's phone. The Delhi police have been told that after threw his phone here.
3 persons have been arrested in Ahmedabad for flying a drone near Prime Minister's rally venue in election-bound Gujarat's Bavla village. Fire broke out last night in Chandni Chowk's Bhagirath Palace Market and no casualties have been reported, but major part of the building was damaged in the Bhagirath.
State government officials of the State Education Department have all claimed that the governor, that you are delaying the clearances of the Telangana University's Common Recruitment Board Bill 2022.
Oh, I need some time, no? Because nowadays they are decentralizing the recruitment to the universities. Now they want to centralize it. I have right to assess and analyze the bill. 2 months is not a delay instead of following a wrong precedent.
From Pune, protest has now broken out against Karnataka's Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai over his statement on the Karnataka-Maharashtra border dispute. Rajasthan Minister and pilot loyalist R.S. Buddha has now pledged support to Sachin Pilot, saying nearly 80% MLAs are now with Pilot. Aam Aadmi Party leader Sandeep Bhardwaj committed suicide on Thursday in West Delhi.
Top stories at 8:30, viewers. Is she being discriminated and targeted for being woman governor? Watch the explosive interview only on Nation Wants to Know. "14 years on, India remembers the deadliest terror attack on its soil. Tribute to the victims in a few hours. And India celebrates Constitution Day. Prime Minister Modi to participate in program at the Supreme Court. Big tragedies averted, first in Ramban, then in Shopian. IED recovered by alert forces. Countdown has commenced. ISRO is all set to launch the PSLV C-54 and 8 nano satellites today. And cutting across to some breaking updates that we're picking up for you viewers. During patrolling near the Tayyab Masjid area yesterday, police constable noticed a gathering. One Asif Muhammad Khan, father of the Congress MCD councillor candidate Ariba Khan, along with his supporters, were addressing the gathering using a loudspeaker. When the constable asked him for the EC permission regarding the gathering, Asif Khan became aggressive and started misbehaving with him. Asif used abusive language and manhandled the constable as well. Now, we're also being told that the complaint registered against Asif in PS Shaheen Bagh, in the Shaheen Bagh police station, in fact, and we were learning that the investigation is also underway. We are putting out those visuals on your screens, viewers, of this incident of VVIP racism that we are seeing, where we see that a police constable, in fact, had been misbehaved with. And Asif Khan, in fact, had become extremely aggressive with him as well. There was abusive language that had been used, and the constable had also been manhandled. Let's listen into that visuals, those visuals that we're getting of this assault on the cop that was carried out by Asif Muhammad Khan. Then we'll get you all the breaking updates. And viewers, we are picking up various reactions on this massive story as well. We have BJP's Shehzad Poonawalla also weighing in on this incident. Let's listen in.
Asif Mohammed Khan, a Congress leader, former MLA, was seen abusing, heckling, intimidating and trying to assault a police officer on duty. Not only that, he has spoken in his speech about the area being a Muslim area. The Congress party is once again back to its divide and rule vote bank politics, even in MCD. The Congress party feels that there are Hindu areas and Muslim areas. This is a party which talks about secularism, but from 1947 onwards, it has divided the country on communal lines and it continues to play the divide and rule card. This leader's daughter is a candidate of the Congress party. So while we appeal and request the Election Commission to take strongest action against this person and the party and the candidate, will the Congress party also take strong action, or does it tolerate and does it endorse the apman of those who wear uniform? Because Congress party's itihas, his history, has been about insulting our men and women in uniform, be it the armed forces, be it the security forces, be it the likes of Shaheed Mohanchand Sharma, who had laid down their lives in the Batla House encounter, which the Congress categorized as fake. Will the Congress party now stand up and take action, or the Congress party will allow this kind of display of arrogance and of high-handedness and of appeasement politics?
Well, viewers, we just listened into that BJP reaction of Shehzad Poonawalla, and of course we are looking at those visuals, those very shocking visuals where we see that the constable in fact had been misbehaved with as well. Our correspondents are on the ground tracking the story. Piyush Ori joins me on the broadcast as well with more updates. Piyush, tell us more about this visual that we are seeing in fact we are seeing where Asif Mohammed Khan had been misbehaving with the constable. He had been manhandling the constable. He had also abused the constable as well. What really had gone on? If you could tell our viewers the entire timeline of the events as well.
So yes, it's a very shocking video that has come near the Shaheen Bagh area where a senior Congress leader identified as Asif Mohammed Khan and whose daughter is a candidate in the upcoming MCD polls was seen manhandling a cop. He was seen misbehaving with a cop and he was seen abusing the cop. Now, what exactly would have happened is that, during the heat of the moment, he would have done this. But the cop, as what we have been told, was following his responsibility. Actually, what happens is during these rallies, during the public gatherings, what happens is that these leaders tend to block the road, and this causes a lot of traffic blockage. So the cop may have asked the leader to make sure that there is some space that needs to be given to the vehicles so that there is no inconvenience caused to the public. But in his arrogance, Asif Mohammed Khan did not accept what was told to him. In fact, he rather used his arrogance. In fact, he rather used his clout to abuse the cop and misbehave with him. So.
And of course, viewers, we are listening into those visuals as well. That video that we had gotten. Piyush, I request you to stay on with us as we listen into that video that we have accessed, where this leader, in fact, the Congress leader, can be seen very clearly that he is manhandling, misbehaving and abusing the constable as well. Let's listen in.
Hello? जानता नहीं है कौन है वो? हेलो चल गेट पर
There you have it, viewers. We listened in to that Congress leader very obviously also abusing the constable. We have beeped out those abuses, of course, and we have also seen how he had been manhandling the police officer as well. Piyush continues to be with me on the broadcast. Piyush, if you could take us through the details of what really had gone on. We saw that misbehavior of this Congress leader towards the constable. But what had really happened? Was there something that the constable had been asking for? Was there a permission that he had been asking for? Why really did this altercation also take place, Piyush?
So, Priyanka, let me just give you a context of what actually happened. This incident happened in near the Shaheen Bagh area, which is actually a very congested area. Now, what happens is that when you are holding a public gathering, you normally block roads, and this causes a lot of inconvenience to the common public. So, the constable may have requested this leader to just make some space for the public, common public, so that they can pass smoothly, and there is no inconvenience caused to the public at large. But this may have urged this leader, and using which he may have used his clout and he may have used his arrogance to try to intimidate the cop. And thereby, what we could see in this video was that he refused of the orders that was given to him by the cop. Rather, he used his arrogance to abuse the cop, as what we can clearly see in the video. Now, let me tell you that Congress also is a very important player in this MCD poll. Asif Mohammed Khan is a very senior Congress leader, and his daughter is a candidate in the upcoming MCD poll. Now, the Delhi police has taken cognizance of the entire incident. They have filed an FIR in this entire scenario, and it is now going to be interesting to see that what action is going to be taken against this leader. Back in the studio.
Absolutely, Piyush, breaking down those details for us. A very shocking really video that has come to light, where we can see that the Congress Neta, in fact, abusing the cop, manhandling the cop, and also misbehaving with the cop as well, when, of course, he had come to this public gathering. And we are seeing the developments as well, and of course various voices that we are picking up on this story as well. Majinder Singh Sirsa, in fact, also joins me on the broadcast right now. Sir, if I could come to you over this very shocking visual that we have accessed of this Congress Neta really abusing this cop who was only trying to do his duty.
Absolutely. This Muhammad Asif Khan, this is not his first case. He has been earlier also booked in many such kind of cases. But in this case, while a police sub-inspector was on duty, he saw Muhammad Asif Khan campaigning for his daughter without any permission, using a mic, and that too in the timing, which is against the law as per the Election Commission guidelines. So objected to it and said कि साहब आप इसको बंद कर दीजिए, अब आप नहीं कर सकते. He never stopped him. He just said कि आप साहब इसको बंद कर दीजिए, आप नहीं कर सकते, छोड़ दीजिए आप. And he started abusing, गालियां निकालनी शुरू कर दी. किस तरह के वर्ड, और नॉट जस्ट अब्यूजिंग, थ्रेटनिंग टू किल. कहा साले चले जाए यहाँ से, नहीं तो फिर देखना क्या होगा. इस तरह की लैंग्वेज, इस तरह की भाषा का इस्तेमाल करना, और वो भी ऐसे लोगों के द्वारा जो पूर्व में लॉ मेकर रहे हों, MLA रहे हों, ऐसे लोग जो चुनाव लड़ रहे हों, जिनके परिवार के लोग, अब आसिफ खान की बेटी वहां से चुनाव लड़ रही हैं. तो ये दो चीजें बताता. एक, कांग्रेस के लोगों की मानसिकता इस तरह की है. हमने इनका जो 1984 का जो चेहरा है वो देखा है. इस तरह की इनकी मानसिकता है, और ये जो मानसिकता है ऊपर राहुल गांधी से लेकर नीचे तक आती है. इफ यू रिमेंबर द सेम थिंग राहुल गांधी आल्सो डिड व्हाइल ही वाज ऑन वे टू उत्तर प्रदेश एंड वाज स्टॉप्ड. ये धमकियां देना, मारने की धमकियां देना, गालियां देना, सड़कों पे उतर कर ऐसा काम करना, ये फ्रस्ट्रेशन है इन लोगों की. और इनकी दोनों चीजें, एक जहां इनके दिमाग खराब हो चुका है, इनको लगता है कि ये खुदा है, भगवान है, ये औरंगजेब की औलाद है, ये कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. लेकिन ये भारत का कानून ऐसी इजाजत नहीं देता. इसके खिलाफ कल रात को इन जो एप्रोप्रिएट धाराओं में कंप्लेंटें दी गई हैं, इन पे कार्रवाई हो. हम आग्रह करते हैं पुलिस इस आदमी को अरेस्ट करे. पहले भी रॉयटिंग के केस में अरेस्ट हुआ, और इस घटिया आदमी को, घटिया मानसिकता को रोकने के लिए पुलिस को सख्त कार्रवाई करनी चाहिए.
Absolutely, sir. And just to inform our viewers as well, because we have a breaking update on this story, we are learning that the main accused, in fact, the Congress MLA Asif Mohammed Khan, has been arrested is what we are learning. Now, the FIR has been registered at the Shaheen Bagh police station as well. And we are also learning that two other people have also been detained, whose names are Minhaz and Sabir. And they have been detained while arresting the accused as well. Now, their role in the FIR is being examined, is something that the Delhi police sources are also telling us, viewers, as we are tracking this story of this abusive Congress Neta, the former Congress MLA Asif Mohammed Khan, who had been campaigning, and we have seen how when the police had the police personnel, police constable had approached him and asked him for a permission that needs to be taken for carrying out such a rally, he had been abused, he had been manhandled, he had been also been abused as well by the Congress leader and several of his followers who had also been present with him. And we are tracking this story very closely for you viewers as we see how this arrogant Congress Neta had been caught on tape assaulting and manhandling a cop. And slipping into a very short break here now, getting you updates on the other side of how it's 14 years on and India remembers the deadliest terror attack on its soil. Tribute to the victims in a few hours. And also, it's the countdown that has commenced. ISRO is all set to launch the PSLV C-54 and 8 nano satellites today. Stay tuned for updates on the other side.
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
State government officials of the State Education Department have all claimed that the governor, that you are delaying the clearances of the Telangana University's Common Recruitment Board Bill 2022.
Oh, I need some time, no? Because nowadays we are decentralizing the recruitment to the universities. Now they want to centralize it. I have right to assess and analyze the bill. 2 months is not a delay instead of following a wrong precedent.
From Pune, protests has now broken out against Karnataka's Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai over his statement on the Karnataka-Maharashtra border dispute. Rajasthan Minister and pilot loyalist R.S. Buddha has now pledged support to Sachin Pilot, saying nearly 80% MLAs are now with Pilot. Aam Aadmi Party leader Sandeep Bhardwaj committed suicide on Thursday in West Delhi's Rajouri Garden area over not getting a ticket for the MCD elections.
Why would KCR want to tap your phone? The Telangana Finance Minister T. Harish Rao says everybody knows who is tapping how many phones with the help of Pegasus.
They always say, I am a BJP person. There is no any evidence. I am in the public life for more than 25 years. But repeatedly, they want to mislead the people. Some of their ministers say he is the second president of BJP. They may be suspecting my activities. That is my suspicion also.
Welcome back, viewers. As Gujarat is all set to go into polls, we have been on the ground getting you updates and conversations with the headliners, the politicians who are the main faces of several parties who are on the ground campaigning. We have had an exclusive conversation with the BJP leader Alpesh Thakur, who was known as one of the three musketeers in the 2017 elections for the opposition, that is the Congress party. Now here's what he had to say 5 years later as he is contesting from the BJP ticket.
भाई तुम आगे बढ़ो, तुम्हारे साथ हैं।
That's Alpesh Thakur from the Gandhinagar South constituency. He's just finished up a rally. The mood is set, the kind of mood that we're seeing in the BJP cadre as well, the way that he has been greeted here, the way that people are receiving him, and all of them really accepting Alpesh Thakur. Let's get on a word from him. Alpesh ji, three musketeers कहा जाता था आपको 2017 में. आप हार्दिक और जिग्नेश ऑपोजिशन के लिए लड़ रहे थे, कांग्रेस का बहुत बड़ा चेहरा आप बन गए थे और अब बीजेपी में आ गए, भाजपा की टिकट से आप लड़ रहे हैं और एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी चेंज भी हुआ है. किस तरह से देख रहे हैं?
देखिए, यहाँ पे तो डिसीजन पार्टी आला कमान लेता है, तो उन्होंने डिसीजन लिया कि तुझे अर्बन में आना है, अपने मादरे वतन आना है, अपनी जगह से लड़. 200 किलोमीटर जहाँ मैं बाहर से गया था, फिर भी लोगों ने बहुत प्यार किया, तो उन्होंने बोला इधर लड़ और इधर आके पब्लिक की सेवा कर. तो ये पार्टी का डिसीजन था और इधर आया हूँ. तो अब देख रहे हैं हजारों की तादाद में लोग समर्थन करने आ रहे हैं, बहुत बड़ी भीड़ भी उमड़ रही है और एक तरफा माहौल इधर भी है और पूरे गुजरात में भी है. तो अब की बार तो मुझे लगता नहीं कि कोई अपोजिशन के पास ना कोई मुद्दे है ना कुछ है, ऐसे ही लड़ने के लिए लड़ रहे हैं वो लोग.
किस तरह से आप देख रहे हैं जो बदलाव भी है कांग्रेस पार्टी और भाजपा में? आपको थोड़ा टाइम अब हो चुका है भाजपा में, किस तरह से जो सिस्टम है पार्टी का, क्या बदलाव आपको लग रहा है कांग्रेस से भाजपा में, क्या चेंज आप?
देखिए, भाजपा के अंदर पूरा फाउंडेशन काम करता है और कांग्रेस में कैंडिडेट काम करता है. यहाँ पे पूरा फाउंडेशन काम पे लग जाता है. टिकट का बंटवारा होने के बाद सब लोग काम में लग जाते हैं, पार्टी के सिंबल को जिताने का प्रयास करते हैं. और कांग्रेस में मुझे मिला तो ठीक है, वरना गिरा दो. कांग्रेस का ढांचा भी नहीं है, कांग्रेस की आइडियोलॉजी नहीं बची और कुछ नहीं बचा. जहां तक भाजपा की बात है, एक आइडियोलॉजिकल पार्टी. जहां तक की बात है, एक पार्टी अपने कामों के हिसाब से साथ आई है. पिछले गत शासन में क्या काम किया, इन 27 सालों में क्या काम किया, इन सभी चीज़ों को लेके आई है. तो भाजपा और कांग्रेस में फर्क ये है कि यहाँ का फाउंडेशन, यहाँ का नेतृत्व दोनों मजबूत है. वहाँ ना नेतृत्व है ना फाउंडेशन है, सिर्फ इलेक्शन के वक्त आने वाले चुनावी मेंढक बन गए.
क्या इश्यूज है, क्या
In the latest Indian university rankings announced by QS, the world's leading university rankings organization, India's #1 ranked universities in various categories are IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, University of Delhi, University of Calcutta and Amity University.
Why would KCR want to tap your phone? The Telangana Finance Minister T. Harish Rao says everybody knows who is tapping how many phones with the help of Pegasus.
They always say, I am a BJP person. There is no any evidence. I am in the public life for more than 25 years. But repeatedly, they want to mislead the people. Some of their ministers say he is the second president of BJP. They may be suspecting my activities. That is my suspicion also.
A Muslim cleric in Uttarakhand, Maulana Rashidi, has sparked a massive row over a threat that he has issued that India will be on fire if private madrasas are interfered with by the government.
Assam Petroleum Mazdoor Union, which is a major oil transporter body of the region, has decided to stop transport of petrol and diesel to Meghalaya due to security concerns. Bengaluru blast. Sources now suggesting that Zakir Naik was an inspiration for the bomber. 50 videos of Zakir Naik have been found from in Shariq's mobile.
There is an unofficial boycott of the governor by the government in Telangana.
Definitely, it's not only the governor. Our Honorable Prime Minister is visiting Telangana. It is my culture to invite them, greet them, but his intention to show his animosity against the central government, in the history of Telangana, it will be written. A chief minister was behaving like that. Let them answer for that because it is in the public domain.
In August, you criticized the government after you were not allowed to hoist the national flag on Republic Day.
महामहिम राज्यपाल महाराष्ट्र राज्य महोदयांचं आगमन झालेलं आहे.
स्पीकर वाला काय करणार कुठे घेणार लेटरला ती जागा आहे का उभं राहायला नर्सिंगचा बोलतो पण उभं राहायला नाही झालं चल ठीक आहे सोड आली तर
Visuals from the Commissioner Office where the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, Devendra Fadnavis, Maharashtra Governor Bhagat Singh Koshari has reached to the location where they are going to pay tribute to 2611 martyrs. The security personnel who lost their life. It's a wound that this will never heal. Mumbai's 4 days of terror. It's been now 14 years to the day coordinated shooting and bombing took place in an iconic location across Mumbai, including Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminals, Oberoi Trident and Taj Palace amongst other. 2611 is now something has marked as a dark day in Indian history as a series of a terrorist attack lasting 4 days hits Mumbai in November 2008.
Today's Saturday, and Saturday will mark 14 years to a day 12 coordinating shooting and bombing took place in iconic location across the city. And on this day, on the last day of the attack on November 29, 2008, where the National Security Guards conducted Operation Tornado to flush out terrorists from the Taj Hotel. But in this entire incident, a gruesome incident that happened, a total of 166 people, including foreigners and security personnel, were killed in the attack, while 9 terrorists affiliated to Pakistan's Lashkar-e-Taiban were gunned down, and the remaining 10th, Ajmal Kasab, was taken into custody and he was convicted and sentenced to death and later hanged on November 21, 2012. We have been seeing visuals from the Commissionerate office in Mumbai, where Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, Maharashtra Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari, Cabinet Minister Deepak Kesarkar and the other dignitaries, seniors, politicians and as well as the senior police officials who have been present. They've been making a tribute to our 2611 martyrs who sacrificed their life so that they can save a number of lives. At the beginning, we know the incident that happened, and as I mentioned, it's been 14 years, but we will never forgive, we will never forget. Every year, we pay tribute to our martyrs, to the security personnel who lost their life, also to those victims who lost their family, also to those people who lost their family, to the loved ones. It's a day, it's a mark as a dark day, a people no one can ever forget. And on the dais we can see there are the senior police officials as well, Mumbai Police Commissioner Vivek Fansalkar, as well as the joint CPs and additional commissioners from the DG office. All have been present and remembering our 2611 martyrs who sacrificed their life. Now the salute has been given.
यानंतर मी मान्यवरांना विनंती करतो की आपण शहीदांच्या कुटुंबियांची भेट घ्यावी.
So the visuals coming in right now of Chief Minister Eknath Shinde paying tribute to the victims of the 26/11 attacks. Remember, it's been 14 years to the 26/11 act, 11 terror act, yet no stern action that has been taken by Pakistan on those perpetrators who were behind this terror attack that claimed lives of several people, and the terror attacks of 2008, the memories of which are still fresh in people's minds. The horror of 26/11, as Chief Minister Eknath Shinde there pays tribute to the martyrs and victims of the 26/11 attack. We'll go across to Alisha as well, who's there at the Mumbai Police Commissioner office, as Chief Minister is there paying tributes to the martyrs of the 26/11 attack. We are also being joined by Praveen Dikshit, former DGP Maharashtra and survivor of 26/11 attack. Sir, good morning. The memories of 26/11 still haunts every Indian. So many lives lost, and yet, when we talk about Pakistan, no stern action has been taken against all those perpetrators who carried out the deadly killing.
Very true. At the outset, I would like to pay my homage, along with all the countrymen, to the brave martyrs who laid down their lives in the horror that was unleashed on 26/11/2008. As you rightly mentioned, it is not only now Pakistan, but Pakistan,
Yes.
it seems, is being assisted by China as well. Because whenever the issue of punishing the perpetrators came, or blacklisting them came before the United Nations Security Council, the Chinese government preferred to exercise their right of veto and refused to consider these persons as terrorists. Unfortunately, not only Pakistan, but now Pakistan seems to be being aided, and at the instigation of Pakistan, the government of Turkey, Qatar, as well as Malaysia, they also seem to be joining hands in allowing the terrorist activities and their whatever radicalization of youth taking place. So that is a very unfortunate thing. The Prime Minister has been repeatedly mentioning that the entire world has to join hands when we talk about terrorism, and there should be nothing like a good terrorism or bad terrorism as such. The victims of terrorism we have witnessed in Mumbai itself on 26/11, more than 166 persons died, while there are thousands of others who were injured. And this is not one attack. Right from 1993 onwards, there have been several attacks on Mumbai as well as many other places in the entire country. And the entire operation, it seems, was instigated, supported, aided, abetted by the state-sponsored, that is Pakistan. Not only this, we are also witnessing today that the attacks may or may not have been there right after the 2014, but there have been certain small eruptions here and there, just as we witnessed in Mangaluru or Coimbatore. And worse than that is the whatever attempts are being made to push the drugs, the explosives, arms, ammunition through air, by land routes, by sea routes. As you have witnessed, there have been tremendous growth of the explosives as well as drugs, which are being pushed everywhere across the country. And the worst, I feel, is going to come in the days to come, because as Mr. Bajwa is reportedly being replaced by Mr. Munir, who is the Lieutenant General now, who is also known as the hawk against India. He may try certain adventurous activities against India, maybe through in Kashmir or maybe in some other places. So the preparations, though the government of India has taken maximum precautions now, And it is also reported that the live anti-drone exercises through the trained hawks as well as trained dogs is under consideration. But still, the preparation has to be there everywhere. And more than the government or the government agencies, I feel it is the local people, they must come forward. The government has initiated several measures to have inclusive growth of extending benefits to the Pasmanda Muslims, providing them scholarships, providing them various other facilities, including loan. But still, the Federation of Muslim Organizations also must come forward and join hands with the efforts being made by Government of India to quell this particular nuisance of terrorism, and should not give a picture that a particular section of the society is either silent or supporting any terrorist activities. And this is particularly true about the radicalized youth. The parents themselves are fed up with these radicalized youth and their activities. So they must come forward, join hands with the local administration, the local police, and point out that these are the persons who are behaving in a totally awkward manner. They are doing things which they should not be doing, and perhaps they are getting support either, as I said, from Qatar.
Well, absolutely, sir. Yes. Yes. As you rightly mentioned, it's high time that there is a need of global isolation, not just of Pakistan, but China as well, because that nexus really stands exposed, especially when we talk about that UN counter-terror meet which really happened in Mumbai, in which Sajid Mir's tape were also released by India, in which it was clearly stated that how Pakistan and China were really involved in planning and plotting of the 26/11 attacks. Thank you for talking to us. Slipping into a breaking news coming in right now. Let's get that in. Now, in yet another video that has been shared by the BJP, this one of Satyendra Jain, who can be seen meeting jail superintendent. In fact, BJP has tweeted, and I quote, "Yet another video of Tihar has been put out by media. This time, the Satyendra Ka Darbar has jail superintendent who has now been suspended after that massage by the rape accused and those lavish meals that were served to him inside the prison." Another video that has been released in which you can see the interaction of Satyendra Jain with the jail superintendent. So this what the BJP has termed as a corruption therapy of AAP, but Kejriwal still defending this. Will he sack Satyendra Jain now? So BJP calling for sacking of Satyendra Jain. Now, in this video that has been released, you can see the interaction of Satyendra Jain with the jail superintendent inside the Tihar jail. Now, remember, several such videos have emerged in which you can see Satyendra Jain getting those massage and as well the foot massage, the hand massage, and several other massage he's getting inside the Tihar prison. Not just this, he's also being served those lavish meals while he's inside the jail on corruption charges. Bail, of course, having been denied to him on multiple grounds, but this is a video that has been released by the BJP in which you can see Satyendra Jain interacting with the jail superintendent. So BJP there calling for sacking of Satyendra Jain, who is the health minister, also the prison minister of the national capital. BJP demanding nothing less than sacking of the jailed minister. But in this video that has been released, in which you can see Satyendra Jain interacting with the superintendent of the prison. We'll try and go across to Abhishek Kapoor also to get his perspective on this and get more reactions on this. But in this video that has been released by the BJP, in which you can see Satyendra Jain interacting with the jail superintendent. Before that, let's listen into a reaction coming in from BJP's Shehzad Poonawala.
आज मीडिया के माध्यम से एक और वीडियो सामने आ चुका है कि किस प्रकार से पहले तिहाड़ में जो 5 महीने से जेल में है सत्येंद्र जैन, जिनको कोर्ट से राहत नहीं मिलती है, पहले वो वीवीआईपी मालिश करवाते हैं, वो भी चाइल्ड रेपिस्ट से, और उसको फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट बताया जाता है। फिर उन्हें आलीशान पकवान नवाबों जैसा खिलाया जाता है, और वो कोर्ट में तो कहते हैं 28 किलो घट गया, खाना नहीं मिल पा रहा है। परंतु अब जो वीडियो सामने आया है कि किस प्रकार से जिस जेल सुपरिटेंडेंट को सस्पेंड भी किया गया है उनके कुकृत्यों की वजह से, वो नजर आते हैं सत्येंद्र जैन के साथ। किस प्रकार से सत्येंद्र जैन को वीवीआईपी ट्रीटमेंट मिल रही थी तिहाड़ जेल के अंदर, जो अरविंद केजरीवाल की सरकार कंट्रोल करती है। किस प्रकार से एलईडी टीवी से देखने से लेकर मिनरल वाटर, और उनको किस प्रकार से वहां पर एक दरबार लगाने दिया गया, वहां पर फिजियोथेरेपी के नाम पर मालिश करने दी गई, और वो भी एक चाइल्ड रेपिस्ट के द्वारा। ये दिखाता है कि ये कोई फिजियोथेरेपी थी ही नहीं, ये दरअसल करप्शन थेरेपी थी, और इसीलिए मंत्री रखा गया था सत्येंद्र जैन को, ताकि वो अपने मंत्री पद का दुरुपयोग करते हुए, जेल मिनिस्टर होते हुए, वहां पर वसूली भी कर सके सुकेश जैसे लोगों से, और अपने लिए वीवीआईपी सेवाएं भी ले सके। अब अरविंद केजरीवाल, आपने इन सारी चीजों को डिफेंड किया, आपने एक रेपिस्ट को फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट कहा। बताइए कि क्या आप देश से माफी मांगेंगे, और क्या सत्येंद्र जैन को बर्खास्त करेंगे और जेल से बाहर करेंगे, या आप इस...
So, reaction coming in from BJP Shehzad Poonawalla calling for sacking of Satyendra Jain, who's inside the Tihar jail on multiple charges, which also includes corruption and transaction through those hawala routes, which is being proved by the agencies. The court having there denied the bail to Satyendra Jain on multiple grounds, as there is prima facie evidence against him, which is being probed by the agencies as we speak. But this is one of the many videos that has come to light. In this video, in which you can see Satyendra Jain having a conversation with the jail superintendent. No two ways about it that there is a VVIP treatment that is being given to Satyendra Jain inside the lockup, be it those massages that he's getting inside the jail, the foot and the hand massage among others he's getting inside the jail, the lavish meals that he's being served inside the prison, and also the fact that he's access to all those amenities inside the prison, be it the television or Bisleri bottles, or even those meals that are being served to him inside the Tihar jail. This new video that has been released by the BJP, in which you can see Satyendra Jain interacting with the jail superintendent, and the chorus only growing there from the opposition to sack Satyendra Jain as the health minister and the prison minister. But remember, AAP has been coming out with this defense, saying that it is a physiotherapy of sorts that is being given to Satyendra Jain inside the prison, and that it is only politics that is being played by the BJP. We have Piyush also joining us. Piyush, if you could give us more details of this video that's been released by the BJP, in which we can see Satyendra Jain interacting with the jail superintendent.
So you rightly said that yes, another video has emerged of Satyendra Jain from Tihar jail, where he's seen interacting with jail superintendent. Now, what was he discussing with jail superintendent? Is it really allowed of him having to meet such a senior official? It all needs to be now investigated. But yes, trouble begins to be emanating for Satyendra Jain once again. Yes. Trouble seems to be emanating once again for Satyendra Jain, where one of his another video has emerged from Tihar jail, where he is seen meeting a senior police official inside the jail. Yes, back to in the studio.
All right, Piyush, also if you could give us any latest that you're picking up, any word coming in from the Aam Aadmi Party till now?
Well, the Aam Aadmi Party has, yes, defended the minister. In fact, when the first of the videos of Satyendra Jain emerged, where he was seen getting a massage, the Aam Aadmi Party did a press conference where they defended their senior minister, saying that this was as per the jail manual and nothing wrong was being done. So yes, the Aam Aadmi Party has come strongly in defense of Satyendra Jain, and according to them, it is not an issue at all. In fact, all what is being done by Satyendra Jain in jail is as per the jail manual, as per the Aam Aadmi Party sources. Yes, back to the studio.
All right, Piyush, thank you for those all those updates. So as you can see, that's the visual that's been released, video released by the BJP, in which you can see Satyendra Jain having a conversation with the superintendent of the prison. Several such videos that have been released in recent past, in which we can see Satyendra Jain having a conversation in fact, having those lavish meals, and not just that, he's also seen getting those massages as well. But Aap there saying that it is all part of physiotherapy that is being given as a result of an injury which he sustained on his spine. We'll try and get a few reactions as well, but that's another sensational video that has been released by the BJP. We have BJP's Harish Khurana also joining us. Sir, if I can get your quick thoughts on this. Aap, of course, in recent past has come out with the defense that it is a physiotherapy. All of this is part of medical treatment being given to Satyendra Jain. But what do you think would be the defense as far as this conversation with the jail superintendent is concerned inside this special room for Satyendra inside Tihar?
I would like to ask one question from Arvind Kejriwal ji. Which jail manual allows a meeting happening at around 8 o'clock in the evening? Which jail manual allows? I think which clause says, tell me the clause, you can meet any of the person, any of the inviters, visitors over there at around 8 p.m. Point number one. And point number two, jail superintendent is meeting in his cell, having a conversation for 20-25 minutes, and this is not for the one. Multiple times he is coming. And you have taken an action against Ajit Kumar. But if you have taken an action against Ajit Kumar, then why have you not taken any action against Satyendra Jain? As if you are living in a resort, you are not living in a jail. You are meeting the people, you are getting the food from outside, a lavish meal from outside. You are having a massage from a minor rapist, and you are checking the papers. You will see in this video also, below the remote, there are some papers which have been kept and which has been seen by Arvind Kejriwal. Last time also we have seen that when the massager came in, some papers were given to Satyendra Jain. Which all papers are we are alleging these are official papers. There are some relevant secret papers which have been read by Satyendra Jain, official papers of Delhi government. Why is this happening? And this is a joke. This is a bizarre. What is happening, we are not able to understand. Is it a jail or a resort kind of thing?
Well, absolutely, sir. Of course, the AAP will have to answer as to why such special treatment is really being given to Satyendra inside the prison. And not to forget that all of this is while he is the prison minister and the health minister in New Delhi. So AAP is, of course, under lens as to and facing the heat as to the special treatment that is being given to Satyendra Jain inside the Tihar jail. This video that has been released in which you can see his conversation with the superintendent of Tihar jail. AAP in recent past has said that all of this is part of his physiotherapy and that he is undergoing treatment, as a result of which he's being given the medical treatment.
ठिकाणी आमच्या सर्व शहीदांना श्रद्धांजली अर्पण करतो आणि या कार्यक्रमाच्या निमित्ताने पुन्हा एकदा त्यांना नमन करून माझे दोन शब्द.
There is an unofficial boycott of the governor by the government in Telangana.
Definitely, it's not only the governor. Our Honorable Prime Minister is visiting Telangana. It is my culture to invite them, greet them. But his intention to show his animosity against the central government, in the history of Telangana, it will be written. A chief minister was behaving like that. Let them answer for that because it is in the public domain.
In August, you criticized the government after you were not allowed to hoist the national flag on Republic Day.
Yes, state government should answer that. It will be written in the history of Telangana. 2022 Republic Day program is not conducted. It is the undermining the nation's pride.
People say governors should not be in the news. They should avoid the headlines, but you've been literally grabbing the headlines recently. Why is that?
It is my duty to convey that to the people of the country and to the people of the state And it is not grabbing the headlines. It is informing the people what all the atrocities which are happening in the state.
Delhi police there along with the local Vasai police right now at the Bhayandar Creek area trying to look for Shraddha's phone. The Delhi police have been told that Aftab threw his phone here.
3 persons have been arrested in Ahmedabad for flying a drone near Prime Minister's rally venue in election-bound Gujarat's Bavla village. Fire broke out last night in Chandni Chowk's Bhagirath Palace Market and no casualties have been reported, but major part of the building was damaged in the Bhagirath.
State government officials of the State Education Department have all claimed that the governor, that you are delaying the clearances of the Telangana University's Common Recruitment Board Bill 2022.
Oh, I need some time, no? Because nowadays they are decentralizing the recruitment to the universities. Now they want to centralize it. I have right to assess and analyze the bill. 2 months is not a delay instead of following a wrong precedent.
Now, 14 years on, India remembers the deadliest terror attack on its soil as India pays tribute to the victims of 26/11 terror attack victims and martyrs. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has released a video. Sharing the video, the External Affairs Minister said, and I quote once again, "Terrorism threatens humanity. Today on 26/11, the world joins India in remembering its victims. Those who planned and oversaw this attack must be brought to justice. We owe this to every victim of terrorism around the world." And those are the visuals, in fact, coming in from Gateway of India, Mumbai, where you can see the Deputy Chief Minister, Fadnavis, paying a tribute to the victims of 26/11 terror strikes. We also have Dilip Mehta, a survivor of 26/11 terror strikes. Sir, good morning. If you could share with us, the memories of those 26/11 terror strikes. Of course, it still haunts every citizen. But talk to us, what really happened that day with you and how, the very fact that the memories still haunt us, every citizen of the country.
Thank you, Nupur. I do appreciate. I'm 14 years old now. And this is my second life. I was very fortunate to have survived at the Taj on the 22nd floor. The elevator which took me up that night at 7, I could never imagine in my life that there will be no elevator for me to come down that night. I was totally traumatized and I could not breathe. I had a terrible time. I could see the bomb blast and I could see the bullet noise, and I was we were all on the 22nd floor, no point of rescue at all. We didn't know really where we stood, and we were right across very close to the death. But fortunately, we all survived around 3:30. We walked down through the staircase and to the exit route. I had to take 6 months of counseling. I was absolutely traumatized. But still, I'm all right and good to connect with you. I'm very glad to share my objective in life now is to give back to life and spread empathy, love, compassion. Nupur, thank you. Please.
Yes, sir, Samiksha this side, just a small correction here. Samiksha here. We also have another guest with us. We have Praveen Dikshit, also former Maharashtra DGP. Sir, if I can get your quick thoughts, how the world should really, come together. The need of the hour is global isolation, because there is no denial in the fact that the nexus between China and Pakistan clearly stands exposed.
Absolutely. See, what is really required is, as the recent conference was held in Delhi, no funds for terrorism. Every country and every citizen must make maximum precaution to ensure that his funds are not channelized towards terrorist activities, whether it is from Qatar, whether it is from other places. The government of India has, as you know, has initiated several other measures, including the ban on the PFI, which was radicalizing the youth and allowing them to indulge into either suicide attacks or explosions, and the agency behind these, it seems, was Al-Qaeda or ISIS. Now, Government of India has taken several measures, including amendments into the NIA Act, into the UAPA Act, including the removal of Article 370 from the Constitution. So these were the really eyesores which were creating a lot of difficulties for the agencies in coming down heavily against the elements which are radicalizing the youth and creating terror. So when we have to join hands, there should be no politics as far as fights against terrorism are concerned.
Yes. Well, thank you for speaking to us. Praveen Dikshit there, the former Maharashtra DGP, saying how it is in fact the need of the hour for the world leaders to come together and condemn and globally isolate Pakistan as well as China. And of course, another and survivor of 26/11 attacks, Dilip Mehta, also sharing his insights and those memories that still haunt one and all when we talk about the 26/11 attacks. Those visuals on your screens are of Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, who's at the Gateway of India paying tribute to the victims and martyrs of the 26/11 attacks. So the visuals there on your screens right now, where you can see people have gathered as top officials along with the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis, is there to pay homage to the martyrs of 26/11 attacks. It's been 14 years now to the 2008 attacks, yet the memory still haunts one and all, as the role also of Pakistan and China also stands exposed. Sajid Mir's tapes that were also released by India as a strong evidence in the counter-terror meet, the UN meet, which happened in Mumbai just a month back. 14 years to 26/11 attack, and the memories still haunt every citizen of the country. The visuals there coming in right now of the Deputy Chief Minister paying homage to the martyrs of the terror strikes. So it's been 14 years to 26/11 attacks, and India there honoring its brave hearts. Our guests continue to be with us, Praveen Dikshit as well as Dilip Mehta. Just another question from Praveen Dikshit, who's a former Maharashtra DGP. Sir, once again, if you can talk to us, about how the role of Pakistan and China stands exposed, and what can the really the world leaders do to globally isolate China and Pakistan?
As you know, the only survivor, Kasab, was given a totally fair trial in the courts in Mumbai, in the High Court of Mumbai, as well as in the Supreme Court. And all these courts confirmed that his role and the role of his instigators, that is the supporters, were from Pakistan. And entire evidence was presented by India to Pakistan as well as to other world countries. Now, there are several countries, including France, USA, and others, which have supported, and yes, they have appreciated the evidence and said, yes, these perpetrators are belonging to Pakistan and they were operating from the soil of Pakistan. Even after this evidence was presented and a plea was made before the Security Council of the United Nations to prohibit these persons from perpetuating these terrorist activities, still China has preferred to use their veto power and refused to confirm that these are the terrorists and they need to be proscribed. So it appears that perhaps the alliance between Pakistan and China is so thick that these same terrorists are being used to protect the Chinese who are working in the area which is handed over from Pakistan, the Indian soil which has been handed over to China, and the local persons in Pakistan, they are totally against such measures. Now, to terrorize them, that is, the terrorists in Pakistan are being used to terrorize Pakistani people of the Indian soil in favor of China. So that is the entire game which is appears to be going on across the borders. And unfortunately, it is not only limited to Pakistan. Now, Pakistan has been joined by other countries such as I said, Turkey as well as Qatar.
Yes.
We hope that the recent change in Malaysia should bring some positive developments, and action should be initiated against persons like Zakir Naik, who is making his stay in Malaysia as refuge for him. So that also needs to be looked down, and action needs to be taken against all such persons who are radicalizing the Indian Muslim youth against their own families, against their own community, and against the country.
Sir, that was exactly the point I was coming to. You know, several countries who are in cahoots with Pakistan, be it Turkey or even Qatar. When we talk about Sajid Mir, who's one of the most wanted terrorists in the country, why do you think that these countries have really failed to acknowledge and even designate this person as a terrorist who's wanted in India for the very fact that he was the one to be directing these attackers when this attack happened from the Chabar house in Mumbai?
It appears that there is some kind of a personal agenda of these countries. Persons like Erdogan, who is the chief of Turkey, he is projecting himself as the leader of Islamic world, and he feels that if he supports Pakistan and if he supports the terrorists, he may be able to achieve it. However, the truth is totally other way around. There are thousands and lakhs of Muslims across the world who are condemning these kind of activities from certain radicalized youth. They are not at all happy with this kind of radicalization, and they feel that it is harming their business, it is harming their reputation, it is harming their harmony which they were having with the other communities in the other countries, including India. So for the personal agenda of such few leaders, and being supported by Pakistan for the known their ambitions, I think not only India but every country in the world has to be alert against their efforts.
Yes. Well, absolutely. And just to take the final word from Dileep Mehta, who's one of the survivors of 26/11 attack. Sir, what is known as a matter of fact is that there was a clear support by the Pakistan army also to these terrorists to carry out this attack. So do you think that the leaders should also come together to call out the role of Pakistan army also when we talk about the 26/11 attacks?
Yes, absolutely. I quite agree with you. Just about a month back, there was a United Nations meet in Mumbai at Taj, where proof of the terror attack by Pakistan was shown, and it was emphatically, mentioned by our External Affairs Minister too. So we are all confused and really aghast as to why the perpetrators are not being brought to books. All proofs have been given, as my friend Mr. Dixit mentioned. But now it's the real time, Samiksha, to really, get into action, and we must book the Pakistan army, hold them. We have held them responsible, but it is really the right time now to really action it and get those perpetrators to books. Pakistan has, and the army has to really, be absolutely clear in the mind that they are in for some kind of huge action against them. Samiksha.
Well, absolutely, sir. Thank you to both Praveen Dixit as well as Dileep Mehta speaking to us and sharing their thoughts on the very fact that all of these perpetrators have still been let off and are even as they are most wanted, and their role that has been exposed clearly in carrying out the 26/11 attack in Mumbai. Slipping into a very short break, coming up on the other side, the countdown has begun. ISRO is all set to launch PSLV C-54 and 8 nano satellites today. Is she being discriminated and targeted for being a woman governor? Watch the explosive interview only on Nation Wants to Know.
झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके हैरत से आंखें अपनी सी दुनिया नई रंगी लागे
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
In the latest Indian university rankings announced by QS, the world's leading university rankings organization, India's #1 ranked universities in various categories are IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, University of Delhi, University of Calcutta, and Amity University.
People say governors should not be in the news. They should avoid the headlines, but you've been literally grabbing the headlines recently. Why is that?
It is my duty to convey that to the people of the country and to the people of the state, and it is not grabbing the headlines. It is informing the people what all the atrocities which are happening in the state.
Delhi police there along with the local Vasai police right now at the Bhayandar Creek area trying to look for Shraddha's phone. The Delhi police have been told that Aftab threw his phone here.
3 persons have been arrested in Ahmedabad for flying a drone near Prime Minister's rally venue in election-bound Gujarat's Bavla village. Fire broke out last night in Chandni Chowk's Bhagirath Palace Market and no casualties have been reported, but major part of the building And a roundup of all the action from the FIFA World Cup. Fans of the Ecuadorian soccer team gathered in a park on Friday to follow the match between their national team and the Netherlands. Fans reacted outside the World Cup stadium in Qatar, where the US frustrated England in a 0 draw on Friday. Tensions ran high at Iran's second match at the World Cup on Friday as pro-government fans harassed those protesting against him, shouting. Matches erupted. Sloganeering was heard outside the stadium among the fans. Argentina fans flocked to Doha to show their support for their team ahead of second World Cup match against Mexico. Brazil opened their practice this Friday for a small group of supporters and family members following a 2-0 win over Serbia at the World Cup debut on Thursday. Poland trained at their World Cup base on Friday, continuing preparations for the following day's game against Saudi Arabia in Group C. Iranian fans expressed their happiness as their national team defeated Wales by 2-0 in the World Cup on Friday. Pittsburgh Riverhounds of the USL Championship hosted a World Cup viewing party on Friday at their home at the Highmark Stadium. Pak nefarious designs stand exposed. Exclusive footage show 2 terrorists infiltrate the Indian military territory. And Shraddha murder probe Biden's killer Aftab to be produced in court today.
In the latest Indian university rankings announced by QS, the world's leading university rankings organization, India's #1 ranked universities in various categories are IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, University of Delhi, University of Calcutta, and Amity University.
झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके हैरत से आंखें अपनी सी दुनिया नई रंगी लागे ख्यालों की खिड़की से मन कूदे भागे झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके देख के दम है छोटे बड़े सारे झाके रे झाके कोई ताके तरक्की को टुक टुक हर कोई ताके झाके रे झाके
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
state government officials of the State Education Department have all claimed that the governor, that you are delaying the clearances of the Telangana University's Common Recruitment Board Bill 2022.
Oh, I need some time, no? Because nowadays we are decentralizing the recruitment to the universities. Now they want to centralize it. I have right to assess and analyze the bill. 2 months is not a delay instead of following a wrong precedent.
From Pune, protest has now broken out against Karnataka's Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai over his statement on the Karnataka-Maharashtra border dispute. Rajasthan Minister and pilot loyalist R.S. Buddha has now pledged support to Sachin Pilot, saying nearly 80% MLAs are now with Pilot. Aam Aadmi Party leader Sandeep Bhardwaj committed suicide on Thursday in West Delhi.
There is an unofficial boycott of the governor by the government in Telangana.
Definitely, it's not only the governor. Our Honorable Prime Minister is visiting Telangana. It is my culture to invite them, greet them, but his intention to show his animosity against the central government, in the history of Telangana, it will be written. A chief minister was behaving like that. Let them answer for that because it is in the public domain.
In Punjab's Pathankot, our brave forces have foiled yet another Pak infiltration bid. At around 7 p.m. on Friday, watch how 2 Pak terrorists tried to infiltrate the Indian territory near Indo-Pak border in Punjab amidst dense fog. And BSF's thermal cameras installed on the Indo-Pakistan border recorded the movement of the terrorists. Swinging into action mode, BSF launched massive search operations. An exchange of fire between the terrorists and forces was also reported. Our forces have sent across a strong message. Any attempt to hamper the national security will be dealt with a firm hand. Bureau Report for Republic TV.
Does the Pakistani version of the Game of Thrones end here? Many people think it will. They think that there is a new chief in town and things will settle down. But my whatever little reading of Pakistan I've done tells me that this is the beginning. When he became DGISI, that was the time when he had access to a lot of so-called civilian intelligence. And this is the time when General Munir, he went to Imran Khan Niazi and he said, I have proof. He showed Imran Khan why his wife was corrupt. And it was there in black and white.
Why would KCR want to tap your phone? The Telangana Finance Minister T. Harish Rao says everybody knows who is tapping how many phones with the help of Pegasus.
They always say, I am a BJP person. There is no any evidence. I am in the public life for more than 25 years. But repeatedly, they want to mislead the people. Some of their ministers say he is the second president of BJP. They may be suspecting my activities. That is my suspicion also.
A Muslim cleric in Uttarakhand, Maulana Rashidi, has sparked a massive row over a threat that he's issued that India will be on fire if private madrasas are interfered with by the government.
Assam Petroleum Mazdoor Union, which is a major oil transporter body of the region, has decided to stop transport of petrol and diesel to Meghalaya due to security concerns. Bengaluru blast. Sources now suggesting that Zakir Naik was an inspiration for the bomber. 50 videos of Zakir Naik have been found from in Shariq's mobile.
There is an unofficial boycott of the governor by the government in Telangana.
Definitely, it's not only the governor. Our Honorable Prime Minister is visiting Telangana. It is my culture to invite them, greet them. But his intention to show his animosity against the central government, in the history of Telangana, it will be written. A chief minister was behaving like that. Let them answer for that because it is in the public domain.
In August, you criticized the government after you were not allowed to hoist the national flag on Republic Day.
Yes, state government should answer that. It will be written in the history of Telangana. 2022 Republic Day program is not conducted. It is the undermining the nation's pride.
And news break coming in from Kerala, where a show cause notice has been served to the government staff. Now, the state chief secretary has served a show cause notice to several government employees for participating in a protest march to the Raj Bhavan. We have Ashwin joining us live. Ashwin, if you could give us more details on this notice that has been served, because we understand that these government employees, while they are in their service, they were part of this protest march that was taking place, a march to the Raj Bhavan. What is the opposition saying, and what is the notice all about to these to the staff members? All right, we'll try and go across to Ashwin again, but a show cause notice that has been served to the chief secretary. This notice that has been served to the government employees for participating in a protest march to the Raj Bhavan. Now, the Raj Bhavan also asked the chief secretary to furnish the action taken report against the state government staff who participated in a protest march that was left by the LDF. Amidst all this, the BJP state chief has moved a plea in the High Court against the government staff's participation in the protest. Now, while hearing the plea, the High Court has directed the Chief Secretary to take appropriate action against the employees. As part of this, the Chief Secretary has issued a show cause notice to the employees. So, a show cause notice that has been served to the government staff in Kerala for participating in a protest march to the Raj Bhavan while they are enrolled in their service. So, we'll go across to Ashwin as well for more on that, but the news break coming in this hour that the BJP state chief has moved a plea in the High Court against the government staff's participation in the protest march. So we have Ashwin joining us live. Ashwin, if you could once again take our viewers through this show cause notice that has been served, as well as other reactions you're picking up from the opposition.
Yes, this entire action, Samiksha, has happened after VV Rajesh, the BJP district president, had given a submission to the governor, and governor further moved it to the chief secretary. Now, let's hear from VV Rajesh himself. What is the current status of the action that has been taken? So, what has the chief secretary done? Has there been an action taken?
We are informed that the Chief Secretary has issued the show cause notice to the identified 7 persons who is up to the rank of Additional Secretary also. We are waiting for the result coming from them.
Okay. So do you think they will be dismissed from service? If they are not dismissed, what is BJP going to do?
We are very anxiously watching what the Chief Secretary is going to do. If it is not satisfactory, we will go at our maximum levels. If it is not come up to the expectation, we will approach the Honorable High Court also.
Okay. And so the BJP is going to take it legally if these 7 people, I mean, these are senior officers of the government?
Yeah. From peon post to additional secretary, special secretary also there. They are accepting lakhs of rupees as salary, and BJP is taking this as politically and legally fight. We are planning to do it.
Okay. So that's a big breaking update. What has happened is that these political marches, the government servants have taken part in the protest, which is against the conduct rules, and now BJP is going all ahead to ensure that they take the fight out, even if it needs to be taken legally. Samiksha.
Yes. Ashwin, stay with us. If you can help us understand, is there any defense or an argument that can really the LDF can come up with when this matter is heard by the court as to why were these government employees part of this protest march to the Raj Bhavan?
Well, see, this has been a normal method that has been employed by the left government and the cadres of the left party. All of these members of the cadres of the left party are, working in the top positions in the government, in the secretariat, and in the key positions of the government. So whenever there is a protest, it is a usual practice that they take part. But now BJP has ensured that this practice is completely been disallowed. That is why the BJP state president had approached the Kerala High Court prior to the march that was taken out, and the High Court has also stated that no such people should not participate against the conduct rules. And now the evidence has been given out, and VV Rajesh has given out this evidence. Now it's up to the Chief Secretary to take a stern action. What BJP is saying that if stern action is not taken, they'll go back to the court because the court has directed so, to ensure that no such participation of government servants takes place as part of the protest.
All right, Ashwin, and very briefly, before we slip into a break, if you can help us understand any reactions coming in from the government so far on this move by the BJP?
Yeah, the breaking update is that Chief Secretary has issued a show cause notice. That is what VV Rajesh has just told us. Based on the show cause notice, the explanation has to be given by these government servants who had taken part in the protest march illegally. Now, after getting these explanation, the Chief Secretary has to take action. And if the action includes dismissal or even suspension or something drastic, that is what needs to be seen. If that action is not taken, BJP has stated that they will go forward, with even more fight legally. But at the moment, the CPM is keeping mum. The left government is keeping mum. They do not have not stated anything against it because it is. They also know it very well that it is illegal for government servants to take part in protests like these.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ashwin, for taking us through that news break. So remains to be seen if at all we get that response from the LDF. But slipping into a very short break for now, news break to continue on the other side as well. Countdown is now on. ISRO all set to launch PSLV C-54 and 8 nano satellites today. Is she being discriminated and targeted for being a woman governor? Watch the explosive interview only on Nation Wants to Know today.
There is an unofficial boycott of the governor by the government in Telangana.
Definitely, it's not only the governor. Our Honorable Prime Minister is visiting Telangana. It is my culture to invite them, greet them, but his intention to show his animosity against the central government, in the history of Telangana, it will be written. A chief minister was behaving like that. Let them answer for that because it is in the public domain.
In August, you criticized the government after you were not allowed to hoist the national flag on Republic Day.
Yes, state government should answer that. It will be written in the history of Telangana. 2022 Republic Day program is not conducted. It is the undermining the nation's pride.
People say governors should not be in the news. They should avoid the headlines, but you've been literally grabbing the headlines recently. Why is that?
It is my duty to convey that to the people of the country and to the people of the state, and it is not grabbing the headlines. It is informing the people what all the atrocities which are happening in the state.
Delhi police there along with the local Vasai police right now at the Bhayandar Creek area trying to look for Shraddha's phone. The Delhi police have been told that Aftab threw his phone here.
3 persons have been arrested in Ahmedabad for flying a drone near Prime Minister's rally venue in election-bound Gujarat's Bavla village. Fire broke out last night in Chandni Chowk's Bhagirath Palace Market and no casualties have been reported, but major part of the building was damaged in the Bhagirath.
state government officials of the State Education Department have all claimed that the governor, that you are delaying the clearances of the Telangana University's Common Recruitment Board Bill 2022.
Oh, I need some time, no? Because nowadays they are decentralizing the recruitment to the universities. Now they want to centralize it. I have right to assess and analyze the bill. 2 months is not a delay instead of following a wrong precedent.
State government officials of the State Education Department have all claimed that the governor, that you are delaying the clearances of the Telangana University's Common Recruitment Board Bill 2022.
Oh, I need some time, no? Because nowadays they are decentralizing the recruitment to the universities. Now they want to centralize it. I have right to assess and analyze the bill. 2 months is not a delay instead of following a wrong precedent.
Delhi police there along with the local Vasai police right now at the Bhayandar Creek area trying to look for Shraddha's phone. The Delhi police have been told that Aftab threw his phone here.
3 persons have been arrested in Ahmedabad for flying a drone near Prime Minister's rally venue in election-bound Gujarat's Bavla village. Fire broke out last night in Chandni Chowk's Bhagirath Palace Market and no casualties have been reported, but major part of the building was damaged in the Bhagirath. Congress leader abuses and assaults cop in Shaheen Bagh. He is now placed under arrest.
Party feels that there are Hindu areas and Muslim areas. This is a party which talks about secularism, but from 1947 onwards, it has divided the country on communal lines and it continues to play the divide and rule card.
BJP ups the ante against Congress, asks why is the top brass silent now? After food and massage tape, yet another Satyendra Tihar tape is now out. Pakistan nefarious design stand exposed exclusive footage show 2 terrorists infiltrate the Indian territory. Shraddha murder probe Biden's killer Aftab to be produced in court today. 14 years on, India remembers the deadliest terror attack on its soil, tribute to the victims in a few hours. India celebrates Constitution Day, Prime Minister Modi to participate in a program in the Supreme Court. Countdown has begun. ISRO all set to launch PSLV C-54 and 8 nano satellites today. Is she being discriminated and targeted for being a woman governor? Watch the explosive interview only on Nation Wants to Know.
You, Dr. Soundarajan, the TRS has accused you of politicizing the nomination of P. Kaushik Reddy last year under the governor's quota, forcing them to nominate him under the MLA's quota later. Is there an attempt to undermine your office?
Yeah, because you yourself told Kaushik Reddy, I have exposed my inability to endorse him because that candidature was recommended for a service quota. And it's a governor's quota. That is under the category of service quota. So I told it cannot be done because he is a politician and there is no any service activities by him. So I denied. But they gave another candidate, I endorsed them. So it is not that even I am not convinced.
But you're also taking on KCR. When you do that, you're taking on KCR directly.
If it is not.
No, but you're taking him on directly.
No, they are thinking like that. I am taking on it. It is the responsibility of a governor. And it is the responsibility of me to assess the candidature.
No, you're needling him.
And
You're needling
analyze
him.
The situation.
You're needling the TRS government.
No, actually, they knew that. Then why did they give another candidate? They were not very confident on continuing this candidate because I denied, because it could not be done under the service category. Then they gave me another candidate. I endorsed it.
So the thing is, Dr. Soundarajan, many people have a problem. They say that, you see, a governor should be a retired politician. But Dr. Soundarajan is an active politician. She has been a very active politician. Usually politicians, after they are retired, after they have served a full innings, after 50 years in public life, then after all of that, they, they get the governor's office. But Dr. Soundarajan is too active. And TRS MLA Jeevan Reddy said that if Dr. Soundarajan wants to do politics, she should be appointed as BJP president and replace Bandi Sanjay. Basically, that is the point that they have with you.
No, yeah, that is what they are, without any base. They are alleging like that. I am telling, I am an active person. There is no, I am not contradicting with that view. But I am an active person. But I want to, want my Rajbhavan to be active without politicizing, apolitically, a governor can be active.
You're not apolitical. Dr. Soundarajan, are you truly apolitical? Are you truly apolitical? You were very active in politics, even when you have been.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Are you apolitical? Honestly, would you say you're apolitical? They say you want to turn Raj Bhavan into political Bhavan.
No, I cannot say that. I cannot say that because I am not politicizing Raj Bhavan. I am, it's a people Bhavan. It is Praja Bhavan. It is not BJP Bhavan. I am telling it is Praja Bhavan. They are telling BJP Bhavan. They can come and see the activities in the Raj Bhavan. Openly, I invite them. Because the people come there are coming with distress. Even for medical admissions they are coming. They are for assistance, help for educational assistance they are coming. And for Red Cross activities they are coming. So it is not that a governor should be sitting inside the Raj Bhavan within the four walls and not involved in any public activities. So I am involved in public activities apolitically. But why they are not unable to approach the CM? They are able to approach the governor.
So that is the problem
of the.
No, but that's the point. You are acting like a parallel government. You are acting like a parallel head of the government. You see the point you made just now.
No, why?
What you said right now was very interesting.
Definitely.
Why are they not going to KCR? Why are they coming to me?
Not.
Aren't you being confrontational with KCR?
Definitely not. I am telling because I am telling if they are meeting the people, why they have to come to me? I am having so much of requests. Memorandums from the people. So my view is, please see the people, meet the people. According to me, even the smallest office, whether it is a village sarpanch, whether it is a governor who is drawing a salary from the government, is entitled to meet the people. So they cannot tell that I cannot meet the people because I am not politician. I am meeting as a co-citizen only. I am not telling about any political party.
But let me go specific on something.
And my forum is open for.
No, you are okay.
Cutting across now, viewers, to one of the biggest stories that we're tracking for you from the national capital, where the arrogant Congress neta is caught on tape mishandling, misbehaving, abusing a police officer who was only doing his duty when he approached the Congress neta to find out if whether or not he actually had permission to carry out the rally that he had been heading as well, and post which we see in that audio and in that video as well, that is very clearly visible where the Congress neta is in fact mishandling and abusing the cop as well. We are putting out those visuals on your screens of this kind of an altercation that had broken out between the former Congress MLA Asif Khan. In fact, he had also been campaigning since his daughter is contesting in the Delhi municipal polls, and he had abused the police official who had just come to ask him whether or not there was a permission for the rally. Let's listen in as to how the former Congress MLA Asif Khan responded to the call.
Hello? चल देखे कुछ जैसे
Now, viewers, we just listened to that altercation that broke out between the Congress Neta and the police officer who was only doing his duty in asking for the permission. Viewers, we're getting various reactions on this big story that we're tracking for you today. Here's what Shehzad Poonawala of the BJP also had to say on the same.
Asif Mohammed Khan, a Congress leader, former MLA, was seen abusing, heckling, intimidating and trying to assault a police officer on duty. Not only that, he has spoken in his speech about the area being a Muslim area. The Congress party is once again back to its divide and rule vote bank politics, even in MCD. The Congress party feels that there are Hindu areas and Muslim areas. This is a party which talks about secularism, but from 1947 onwards, it has divided the country on communal lines and it continues to play the divide and rule card. This leader's daughter is a candidate of the Congress party. So while we appeal and request the Election Commission to take strongest action against this person and the party and the candidate, will the Congress party also take strong action, or does it tolerate and does it endorse the apman of those who wear uniform? Because Congress party's itihas, his history, has been about insulting our men and women in uniform, be it the armed forces, be it the security forces, be it the likes of Shahid Mohanchand Sharma, who had laid down their lives in the Batla House encounter, which the Congress categorized as fake. Will the Congress party now stand up and take action, or the Congress party will allow this kind of display of arrogance and of high-handedness and of appeasement politics?
There you have it, viewers. We just heard the BJP reaction to this massive story that we're tracking for you. And of course, we have our correspondents on the ground. Piyush Ori joins me with more details on the story. Piyush, tell our viewers, as far as the developments are concerned, since morning we have been speaking about this video as well. But there are some developments as far as the FIR is concerned, and also 2 more people that have also been detained. Please tell our viewers as far as the authorities are concerned and what is the kind of investigation that they are doing into this.
So definitely, Priyanka, yes, the Delhi police has taken a strict cognizance of this case. And as per the complaint of Sub-Inspector Akshay, who was abused and who was manhandled by this arrogant Congress leader, Asif Mohammed Khan, now an FIR has been registered. And what we have been reported from our sources is that Asif Mohammed Khan has been taken into custody. Besides this, what we have also been told that 2 of his other associates, namely Siraj and Minhas, have also been detained. So yes, strict action has been taken by the Delhi police, and they have not taken this lightly. And yes, after this very serious incident took place at Shaheen Bagh, where a very senior Congress leader, Asif Mohammed Khan, reportedly manhandled this cop who was just doing his duty, the Delhi police has taken strict action in this case. Back to the studio.
Well, that's right, Piyush, as we are, of course, tracking as far as this video is concerned. But what really had gone on and what really had happened when the police officer had also approached the Congress Neta, and what was the initial reaction? How had he, in fact, responded to the police officer as well? Tell our viewers what exactly had happened as far as the altercation is concerned that was also caught on camera, Piyush.
So yes, this entire incident happened during the MCD polls campaigning, for which all the 3 parties, namely BJP, Aam Aadmi Party as well as Congress, are campaigning very aggressively. Now this incident occurred in the Shaheen Bagh area near Tayyab masjid where a very senior Congress leader, Asif Muhammad Khan, was campaigning for his daughter, who is the candidate in these MCD polls. Now, since it was a very congested area in which this leader was campaigning along with his supporters, the cops who were present over there in the duty had just asked this leader that was there a permission that was sought, because taking into consideration that this is a very congested area, you need to take a permission so that the public at large do not feel inconvenient. So when
that's right, Piyush, sorry to cut you short. Stay on with us. Piyush, since we are getting several voices on this big story, in fact, I'm being joined by the BJP leader, RP Singh, as well. RP Singh, sir, thank you so much for joining us here on Republic TV. But speak to us about this video. This video of this Congress neta who's abusing, who's manhandling a police officer who was merely just doing his job in approaching the political neta and asking him if he had permission to carry out the rally. What did the police do wrong that he had? In fact, we see this arrogant behavior of this Congress neta responding to the cop, manhandling the cop as well.
Here is the MLA. He should know the norms of it. Elected people who are in public and should know how to conduct in public domain. The way he is conducted is not conducive of a person in public life at all. But this clearly shows that what sort of a DNA they have when they use abusive language in public domain. And on top of it, he says that "Jo tumne karna kar lo," whatever you want to do, go and do. I give a damn to you. So he has to face the tune of the law also now. I'm hopeful the police will do the due diligence and take the action against him.
All right. Thank you, RP Singh, for joining us on the broadcast and sharing your perspective. I also want to thank Piyush Ori for joining us and getting us that ground report. Viewers, we will be tracking this story very closely, since this is one of the massive stories, developing stories that we are seeing out of the national capital, where the arrogance and the VVIP racism, in fact, of the Congress neta has come to light. And here's some news in brief. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde along with Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis participated in a tribute ceremony held for martyrs of the 26/11 attacks in Mumbai at the office of the Mumbai Commissioner of Police. On the occasion of 26/11 attacks in Mumbai, Ministry of External Affairs Dr. S. Jaishankar took to social media stating that terrorism threatened humanity and that the planners and overseers of the attack being brought to justice was something owed to the victims of terrorism across the world. Amid the tensions between and regions of Meghalaya and Assam following the incident in Mukhro that killed 6 people, the Meghalaya government has extended a shutdown of the internet in 7 districts for another 48 hours. G20 Sherpa for India Amitabh Kant, G20 India Coordinator Harsh Shringla, along with 40 various heads of missions and heads of international organizations were given a warm welcome ahead of India assuming presidency of the International Forum. Demonstrations in Maharashtra in the wake of the border talks between the state governments and Karnataka's governments was carried out at the Mahim bus stop in Mumbai, where protesters throwing black ink at the poster of the Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai can be seen. An incident of infiltration from Pakistan has been caught on camera, with movement during the intrusion caught on the thermal cameras of the BSF. The incident was reported near the Indo-Pakistan border in Punjab in the district of Pathankot. Searches continue in connection with the incident. A drone from Pakistan was shot down by the BSF with the device spotted near Amritsar in Punjab as it attempted to enter into the Indian territory last night. Commenting on the Home Minister Amit Shah's statements of having taken stern action following the 2002 riots with the perpetrators being taught a lesson, AIMIM Chief Asauddin Owaisi at a rally in Ahmedabad questioned what lesson had been taught following the riots in Delhi in 2020.
इख्तिदार के नशे में डूबकर आज भारत के होम मिनिस्टर कह रहे हैं कि सबक सिखाया हमने। अरे आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया? पूरे मुल्क में बदनामी हो गई। अमित शाह साहब, आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया कि दिल्ली में फसाद हो गया?
Shifting focus now, viewers, to Gujarat, that is going to go into polls in just a few days. In fact, we have been carrying out our ground reporting and we have been getting you interviews with the known faces, the political headliners here in the state of Gujarat, and we have an exclusive conversation with Alpesh Thakur as well. Let's listen.
अल्पेश भाई, तुम आगे बढ़ो, हम तुम्हारे साथ हैं।
That's Alpesh Thakur from the Gandhinagar South constituency. He's just finished up a rally. The mood is set, the kind of mood that we're seeing in the BJP cadre as well, the way that he has been greeted here, the way that people are receiving him, and all of them really accepting Alpesh Thakur. Let's get in a word from him. Alpesh ji, three musketeers कहा जाता था आपको 2017 में। आप हार्दिक और जिग्नेश ऑपोजिशन के लिए लड़ रहे थे, कांग्रेस का बहुत बड़ा चेहरा आप बन गए थे और अब बीजेपी में आ गए, भाजपा की टिकट से आप लड़ रहे हैं और एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी चेंज भी हुआ है। किस तरह से
देखिए, यहाँ पे तो डिसीजन पार्टी आला कमान लेता है, तो उन्होंने डिसीजन लिया कि तुझे अर्बन में आना है, अपने मादरे वतन आना है, अपनी जगह से लड़। 200 किलोमीटर जहाँ मैं बाहर से गया था, फिर भी लोगों ने बहुत प्यार किया, तो उन्होंने बोला इधर लड़ और इधर आके पब्लिक की सेवा कर। तो ये पार्टी का डिसीजन था और इधर आया हूँ। तो अब देख रहे हैं हजारों की तादाद में लोग समर्थन करने आ रहे हैं, बहुत बड़ी भीड़ भी उमड़ रही है और एक तरफा माहौल इधर भी है और पूरे गुजरात में भी है। तो अब की बार तो मुझे लगता नहीं कि कोई अपोजिशन के पास ना कोई मुद्दे है ना कुछ है, ऐसे ही लड़ने के लिए लड़ रहे हैं वो लोग।
किस तरह से आप देख रहे हैं जो बदलाव भी है कांग्रेस पार्टी और भाजपा में? आपको थोड़ा टाइम अब हो चुका है भाजपा में, किस तरह से जो सिस्टम है पार्टी का, क्या बदलाव आपको लग रहा है कांग्रेस से भाजपा में, क्या चेंज? आप
देखिए, भाजपा के अंदर पूरा फाउंडेशन काम करता है और कांग्रेस में कैंडिडेट काम करता है। यहाँ पे पूरा फाउंडेशन काम पे लग जाता है। टिकट का बंटवारा होने के बाद सब लोग काम में लग जाते हैं, पार्टी के सिंबल को जिताने का प्रयास करते हैं। और कांग्रेस में मुझे मिला तो ठीक है, वरना गिरा दो। कांग्रेस का ढांचा भी नहीं है, कांग्रेस की आइडियोलॉजी नहीं बची और कुछ नहीं बचा। जहाँ तक भाजपा की बात है, एक आइडियोलॉजिकल पार्टी, जहाँ तक की बात है एक पार्टी अपने कामों के हिसाब से साथ आई है। पिछले गत शासन में क्या काम किया, इन 27 सालों में क्या काम किया, इन सभी चीज़ों को लेके आई है। तो भाजपा और कांग्रेस में फर्क ये है कि यहाँ का फाउंडेशन, यहाँ का नेतृत्व दोनों मजबूत है। वहाँ ना नेतृत्व है ना फाउंडेशन है, सिर्फ इलेक्शन के वक्त आने वाले चुनावी मेंढक बन गए।
क्या इश्यूज है, क्या मुद्दे हैं जिस पे अल्पेश ठाकुर इस बार लड़ रहे हैं? क्योंकि राधनपुर के आप हैं, वहाँ पे आप एक बार चुनाव जीत भी चुके हैं। इस बार शायद आप एक्सपेक्ट भी कर रहे थे कि आप राधनपुर से आपको टिकट मिलेगी, पर आपकी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी चेंज कर दी गई। किस तरह से ये
देखिए, मैं इधर का हूँ, वैसे रहने वाला इधर का हूँ, लड़ने वहाँ गया था तो वापिस लाया। और दूसरा, इधर तो कोई मुद्दे ही नहीं, मैं वही तो बोल रहा हूँ। देखिए, यहाँ की सड़कें कितनी सुंदर है, यहाँ का पानी का, यहाँ के एजुकेशन का, यहाँ का हेल्थ का और यहाँ का सब जो एक जरूरियात होती है आम लोगों की, वो तो सब कुछ है। इसमें कुछ नया करने का मेरा मकसद है। यहाँ के हर गांव में डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी खुले, हर गांव में अच्छे बाग बगीचे हो, हर गांव में फ्री वाईफाई जोन हो, हर गांव के अंदर एक वेलसेट, एक ऐसा सिस्टम बने जहाँ पे एक गांव सुंदर लगे। वहाँ के गांव तालाबों का ब्यूटिफिकेशन हो, वहाँ पे वॉकवे हो, वहाँ पे एक जिम बने। इस तरह का कुछ नया करूंगा मैं, और तो क्या, क्योंकि यहाँ तो सब कुछ बना हुआ है, तो उसमें नया कुछ करने का प्रयास 100% करूंगा मैं।
Now, viewers, as India pays tribute to the victims of the 26/11 terror attacks, we have seen that the External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, also speaking about the crackdown on terrorism on an international platform as well. He shared this video speaking about how there needs to be justice given to each and every person as far as the victims of the 26/11 is concerned, and bringing to book all of those who had been planning these kind of terror plots. Let's listen in.
14 years ago, on 26 November, terrorism to justice. When it comes to terrorism, India will never look away, we will never compromise, and we will never give up our quest to ensure justice.
We consider that even a single attack is one too many. Even a single life lost is one too many. So, we will not rest till terrorism is uprooted.
झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके हैरत से ये आंखें अपनी सी दुनिया नई रंगी लागे ख्यालों की खिड़की से मन कूदे भागे झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके देख के दंग है छोटे बड़े सारे झाके रे झाके हर कोई ताके तरक्की को टुक टुक हर कोई ताके झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
People say governors should not be in the news. They should avoid the headlines, but you've been literally grabbing the headlines recently. Why is that?
It is my duty to convey that to the people of the country and to the people of the state, and it is not grabbing the headlines. It is informing the people what all the atrocities which are happening in the state.
Delhi police there along with the local Vasai police right now at the Bhayandar Creek area trying to look for Shraddha's phone. The Delhi police have been told that Aftab threw his phone here.
3 persons have been arrested in Ahmedabad for flying a drone near Prime Minister's rally venue in election-bound Gujarat's Bavla village. Fire broke out last night in Chandni Chowk's Bhagirath Palace Market and no casualties have been reported, but major part of the building was damaged in the Bhagirath.
State government officials of the State Education Department have all claimed that the governor, that you are delaying the clearances of the Telangana University's Common Recruitment Board Bill 2022.
Oh, I need some time, no? Because nowadays we are decentralizing the recruitment to the universities.
हेलो चल देखे कुछ जैसे
Congress leader abuses and assaults cop in Shaheen Bagh. He is now placed under arrest.
The Congress party feels that there are Hindu areas and Muslim areas. This is a party which talks about secularism, but from 1947 onwards, it has divided the country on communal lines and it continues to play the divide and rule card.
BJP ups the ante against Congress, says Congress divide and rule policy won't work anymore. After food and massage tape, yet another Satyendra Tihar tape is now out. Pakistan nefarious design stands exposed. Exclusive footage show two terrorists infiltrate Indian territory. Shraddha murder probe widens. Killer Aftab to be produced in court today. "14 years on, India remembers the deadliest terror attack on its soil. Tribute to the victims in a few hours." India celebrates Constitution Day. Prime Minister Modi to participate in a program at the Supreme Court. Countdown has now begun. ISRO is all set to launch the PSLV C-54 and 8 nano satellites today. Is she being discriminated and targeted for being a woman governor? Watch the explosive interview only on Nation Wants to Know. Thank you for tuning into Republic TV viewers. We are tracking for you the biggest story today. Yet another tape that exposes the kind of special treatment that Satyendra Jain has been getting inside of the premises of the Tihar jail is now out. In fact, since the massage tapes that had also been accessed by your channel Republic TV, we have seen one after the other tapes that are being accessed by us in yet another video shared now by the BJP. Satyendra Jain can be seen meeting jail superintendent. And now this time this video has been tweeted by the BJP, and the BJP tweeted, I quote from the tweet, "Yet another video of Tihar put out by the media. This time the Satyendra Ka Darbar has jail superintendent who has now been suspended. Now after malish by child rapist and Nawabi meal, now this. This is the corruption therapy of Aam Aadmi Party, but Kejriwal ji defends this. Will he sack Satyendra Jain now?" Now, this is a scathing attack by the BJP on the Aam Aadmi Party, questioning not just Satyendra Jain, but also questioning Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal, its supremo, and asking whether Arvind Kejriwal will defend this or will he be sacking Satyendra Jain now. Since viewers, we had been seeing since the very first video that had come to light where Satyendra Jain had been lying down, he was getting massages, and the BJP had stated that this is something that needs to be taken into consideration legally, and there needs to be steps that have to be taken against Satyendra Jain as well. And of course, we had seen that the Aam Aadmi Party post that had come out with this kind of clarification that this was in fact a medical requirement for those massages to be given to him as well.
आज मीडिया के माध्यम से एक और वीडियो सामने आ चुका है कि किस प्रकार से पहले तिहाड़ में जो 5 महीने से जेल में है सत्येंद्र जैन, जिनको कोर्ट से राहत नहीं मिलती है, पहले वो वीवीआईपी मालिश करवाते हैं, वो भी चाइल्ड रेपिस्ट से, और उसको फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट बताया जाता है। फिर उन्हें आलीशान पकवान नवाबों जैसा खिलाया जाता है, और वो कोर्ट में तो कहते हैं 28 किलो घट गया, खाना नहीं मिल पा रहा है। परंतु अब जो वीडियो सामने आया है कि किस प्रकार से जिस जेल सुपरिटेंडेंट को सस्पेंड भी किया गया है उनके कुकृत्यों की वजह से, वो नजर आते हैं सत्येंद्र जैन के साथ। किस प्रकार से सत्येंद्र जैन को वीवीआईपी ट्रीटमेंट मिल रही थी तिहाड़ जेल के अंदर, जो अरविंद केजरीवाल की सरकार कंट्रोल करती है। किस प्रकार से एलईडी टीवी से देखने से लेकर मिनरल वाटर, और उनको किस प्रकार से वहां पर एक दरबार लगाने दिया गया, वहां पर फिजियोथेरेपी के नाम पर मालिश करने दी गई, और वो भी एक चाइल्ड रेपिस्ट के द्वारा, ये दिखाता है कि ये कोई फिजियोथेरेपी थी ही नहीं, ये दरअसल करप्शन थेरेपी थी। और इसीलिए मंत्री रखा गया था सत्येंद्र जैन को, ताकि वो अपने मंत्री पद का दुरुपयोग करते हुए, जेल मिनिस्टर होते हुए, वहां पर वसूली भी कर सके सुकेश जैसे लोगों से, और अपने लिए वीवीआईपी सेवाएं भी ले सके। अब अरविंद केजरीवाल, आपने इन सारी चीजों को डिफेंड किया, आपने एक रेपिस्ट को फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट कहा। बताइए कि क्या आप देश से माफी मांगेंगे और क्या सत्येंद्र जैन को बर्खास्त करेंगे और जेल से बाहर करेंगे, या आप इस
So viewers, the BJP has already launched a scathing attack at the Aam Aadmi Party, questioning the Aam Aadmi Party, questioning Arvind Kejriwal on whether or not Arvind Kejriwal will actually take some kind of action against this kind of a video that has come to light. Our correspondents are on the ground. Piyush Ori has been on the ground tracking this story very closely. Piyush, tell our viewers more now in terms of this latest video that has come to light. The BJP saying that this needs to be taken cognizance of. Arvind Kejriwal needs to take some kind of an action as well, and that Arvind Kejriwal also needs to suspend Satyendra Jain, or will he be defending him, is something that the BJP is saying. What are you picking up as far as this video is concerned? What's really happening in this?
So you rightly mentioned, Priyanka, that yes, the BJP has taken cognizance of this video. In fact, it was this party which tweeted it. And they've also said that now strict action needs to be taken against Satyendra Jain, and he needs to be sacked as the jail minister. Now, mind you, ever since Satyendra Jain has been made accused in the corruption case, in the money laundering case, and has been lodged in Tihar jail, the Aam Aadmi Party has come strongly in defense of Satyendra Jain and has defended it. But the BJP now, through these videos, are saying that the Aam Aadmi Party should take cognizance of it and should sack Satyendra Jain because of the VVIP treatment which he's been receiving in the Tihar jail. Now, there have been several videos that have emerged of Satyendra Jain receiving VVIP treatment. In fact, the first video which emerged from Tihar jail was Satyendra Jain getting massage from a person who was allegedly believed to be a physiotherapist, but later turned out to be a child rapist. So yes, some very serious allegations have been leveled against Satyendra Jain, and it is now going to be interesting to see that what action would Aam Aadmi Party take in this entire case, in which it itself gets surrounded in. Back to you in the studio.
Well, that's right, Piyush. But we also see now that new information is also coming to light in this entire video that has now been also tweeted by the BJP. In fact, they have said that the jail superintendent himself is also present there with Satyendra Jain. And of course, there seems to be meetings also being carried out by Satyendra Jain. So they, of course, are saying that Satyendra Jain is being given preferential treatment, VVIP treatment, as you were also pointing out. And also speak to us about the timeline of the responses that the Aam Aadmi Party has given. But first, they came out saying that this was a medical requirement because of which he was being given massages. And then, of course, the masseur turned out to be somebody who was accused of being a child rapist as well. So speak to us about the kind of defenses that the Aam Aadmi Party has also come out with.
So you raised two important points, Priyanka, and I'll just delve on it one by one. First, definitely, yes, it's very coincidental that ever since these videos have emerged, the Tihar jail authorities and the Delhi police has taken strict action against those officials who were there in the jail and who were in charge of managing the entire affair. In fact, there have been several transfers and even suspension of officials who have been there and who have been accused of giving preferential treatment to Satyendra Jain. But despite this, there has been no action that has been taken against Satyendra Jain by the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, mind you, Satyendra Jain is the jail minister, besides being the health minister also of Delhi government. So yes, questions are being asked from the Delhi government that why no action is being taken against Satyendra Jain. Now, when Aam Aadmi Party is being asked about why no strict action is being taken against Satyendra Jain, from the time these videos have emerged, from the time the evidences have been made clear that Satyendra Jain, even though he's been made and accused in the money laundering case, is being given preferential treatment. The defense which Aam Aadmi Party is giving is that first, it's all as per the jail manual. All this treatment is being given to him as per the jail manual. And secondly, it has also been said that the massage which was being given to Satinder Jain was because of the injury he had sustained. But yes, there has been no answers that have been given to the question that why was a child rapist giving this massage to Satinder Jain. So yes, several questions now need to be also answered by the Aam Aadmi Party. Back to in the studio.
That's right, Piyush. Of course, Aam Aadmi Party remaining silent on this latest video that has now been tweeted by the BJP. Earlier, of course, as you were rightly pointing out, that they had been coming up with various defenses ranging from the medical health issue of Satyendra Jain and then them saying that he has lost various kgs because of him not being given adequate food as well. We will keep coming back to you, Piyush, with more updates. For the moment, thank you for joining us. And here's some news in brief, viewers. Russian President Vladimir Putin met with the mothers of Russian soldiers fighting in Ukraine and claimed that Ukrainian servicemen who refuse to go fighting are shot in front of the ranks. European Union interior ministers weighed proposals to ease tensions between France and Italy over migrants arriving on their shores without authorization, including a possible crackdown on charity-run ships doing search and rescue work in the Mediterranean Sea. Chilean truck drivers stopped negotiations to lift partial road blockades in the country, which were launched in response to the price of fuel. The drivers said that they left the talks when the government refused to drop lawsuits against them. Authorities investigating the fatal shootings of 6 people at a Walmart said that the shooter brought the gun just hours before and left a note with the grievances against co-workers on his phone. In the note released by police, he said co-workers harassed him and mocked him. Police in Istanbul broke up a rally calling for an end of violence against women and for Turkey's return to treaty aimed at protecting them. The demonstrators had tried to march along Istanbul's main pedestrian street, the site of the Turkey bombings, to mark the November 25 International Day for Elimination of Violence Against Women. Peruvian President Pedro Castillo swore in a new premier, the 5th since he took office on July 2021. Betsy Chavez Chino takes the position as head of the cabinet following the resignation of Aníbal Torres after the parliament rejected an explicit request for his backing to amend the law. A U.S. Coast Guard helicopter rescued a man who was reported to have fallen overboard from a cruise ship into the Gulf of Mexico, about 20 miles of Southwest Pass in Louisiana, in United States. Shoppers flocked Houston Galleria Mall shopping for gifts and taking advantage of Black Friday deals as they're encouraged to shop despite higher instances of crime in the city. A 5-ton Christmas tree was lit up in Brussels on Friday to mark the beginning of the 22nd edition of the Winter Wonders. The tree in the square was decorated with 600 champagne-colored balls and 2 kilometers of LED lights, and is a part of a sound and light show which is taking place at the Grand Place Square until January 1st. NASA's Orion capsule is now circling the moon at an orbit stretching tens of thousands of miles. The capsule and its 3 test dummies entered lunar orbit more than a week after launching on the test flight.
The Congress party feels that there are Hindu areas and Muslim areas. This is a party which talks about secularism, but from 1947 onwards, it has divided the country on communal lines and it continues to play the divide and rule card.
And BJP ups the ante against Congress, says Congress's divide and rule policy won't work anymore. And also getting you updates of the Shraddha murder probe as it widens. Killer Aftab to be produced in the court today. Stay tuned for updates on the other side.
झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके हैरत से आंखें अपनी सी दुनिया नई रंगी लागे ख्यालों की खिड़की से मन कूदे भागे झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके देख के दंग है छोटे बड़े सारे झाके रे झाके हर कोई ताके तरक्की को टुक टुक हर कोई ताके झाके रे झाके
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
State government officials of the State Education Department have all claimed that the governor, that you are delaying the clearances of the Telangana University's Common Recruitment Board Bill 2022.
Oh, I need some time, no? Because nowadays they are decentralizing the recruitment to the universities. Now they want to centralize it. I have right to assess and analyze the bill. 2 months is not a delay instead of following a wrong precedent.
From Pune, protests has now broken out against Karnataka's Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai over his statement on the Karnataka-Maharashtra border dispute. Rajasthan Minister and pilot loyalist R.S. Buddha has now pledged support to Sachin Pilot, saying nearly 80% MLAs are now with Pilot. Aam Aadmi Party leader Sandeep Bhardwaj committed suicide on Thursday in West Delhi's Rajouri Garden area over not getting a ticket for the MCD elections.
Why would KCR want to tap your phone? The Telangana Finance Minister T. Harish Rao says
As the Supreme Court said in its judgment in 2018 in Indian Young Lawyers Association, besides the struggle for our independence from British rule, there was another struggle going on since centuries and which still continues. That struggle has been for social emancipation. The Constitution of India is the end product of both these struggles. The Constitution of India is to a large extent aspirational, for it seeks to deliver political freedoms and civil rights, attempting to shrug off the colonial baggage. It seeks to remedy the injustices that are suffered in a socially hierarchical society. When the Constitution was adopted, the social, political and economic realities of our nation were in stark contrast to the aspirational ideals in the text of the Constitution. The Constitution entrusted the legislature, the executive and the judiciary with the role of bridging this gap between constitutional ideals and social reality. I am conscious that colonial and pre-colonial courts followed an approach of reluctance, disinclination and inaction in protecting the rights of citizens. For instance, scholars and historians have documented the refusal of colonial courts to interfere in cases involving socio-religious custom, even if the rights of the marginalized were violated. With the birth of constitutional democracy, the culture of reluctance was replaced by a call for a dedicated judiciary to protect the rights of citizens. All judges across the courts in India, ranging from the district courts to the Supreme Court, must reflect upon the constitutional vision of securing justice, equality and liberty. There is a need for us to introspect on our actions and decisions and to question our own prejudices and preconceptions. For until we open our minds to multiple views of persons with varied lived experiences, we would be lacking in our role as judges. An institution thrives with time only when it functions democratically. I believe that as the Chief Justice of India, it is my responsibility to collaborate and consult my sister and brother judges at the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice and the judges of the High Courts, members of the District Judiciary, and the stakeholders of the institution. It is crucial that we tap on the experience of the diverse section of people who are part of the judiciary. Their knowledge and understanding would undeniably strengthen the institution. That is why it is all the more important that the representation of marginalized communities and women in the legal profession and the judiciary is enhanced. The Indian courts have been at the forefront, protecting the rights of the marginalized groups and upholding the rule of law. The jurisprudence that has emanated from our courts in India has influenced decisions in far-flung nations as diverse as Australia, Kenya, South Africa, Jamaica, Uganda, Fiji, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, Malaysia, and Singapore, which share similar problems. In a nation as large, diverse, and graded as ours, the paramount challenge that the judiciary as an institution faces is to ensure that the justice delivery system is accessible to everyone. Challenges require dedicated actions. The Indian judiciary has been adopting several measures of institutional reforms with a single objective, and I borrow the celebrated phrase of American civil rights activist Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to describe it: to bend the arc of the moral universe towards justice. We have been adopting technology to improve the working of courts. It is of supreme importance and necessity that the courts are remodeled to reach out to the people instead of the people reaching out to the courts.